The string of attacks appear to have been highly coordinated. In Baghdad, a dozen bombs exploded within half an hour, all in Shiite neighborhoods. More than 50 were killed, livelihoods destroyed.
My son has 5 shops and all of them were burnt out. Who'll compensate him? We're working to earn our living.
The attackers targeted markets and shopping districts across the country. Here in the shrine city of Karbala, a car bomb claimed at least 4 lives. Another tore through a busy street in the northern city of Tus Hormonto, where many families were celebrating. 9 people were killed here. In Kirkuk, 1 person died in an explosion near a mosque.
Shiite districts have been targeted because we have no one to defend us, no one to support us, no one to stand by us. I challenge all officials, including the governor, to come here and look after us. But no one will come.
Tensions between Sunnis and Shiites have soared since the withdrawal of U.S. troops a year and a half ago. The UN says sectarian violence claimed more than 1,000 lives in July, making it the bloodiest month in Iraq in more than 5 years.
We now take a second break. Welcome back. Hertha Berlin has made a sensational return to the Bundesliga after crossing Eintracht Frankfurt 6-1. What's more, they did it in front of a home crowd at Berlin's Olympic Stadium. Meanwhile, Dortmund also demolished Augsburg 4-0. We have details of those stories in this report by DWTV.
Turn to the top flight felt. Twice they hit the woodwork before storming into an 18th minute lead. Adrien Ramos completed a delightful counter-attack. It was one-way traffic in the Olympic Stadium. After half an hour, John Anthony Brooks poked another past a hapless Frankfurt. Only Alexander Meyer's penalty for 2-1 kept the scoreline respectable. Samuel Agüe hit the bar again for Berlin before the break. He quickly found his range afterwards. First he made it 3-1, and then just 2 minutes later he finished expertly to make it 4-1 for the home side. With an hour gone, Berlin were in the driving seat, but there was time for more, and Ramos obliged again to make it 5-1. A final goal from Ronny heaped misery on a truly abject Frankfurt. 6-1 to head to the final score. The biggest opening day win by a promoted side in Bundesliga history.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang endeared himself to Dortmund fans with a cool hat-trick on his league debut. The Gabon forward defeated Augsburg virtually single-handedly. Hosts Augsburg competed well for the first 25 minutes. But then Aubameyang stole in to convert a pinpoint cross from left-back Marcel Schmelzer. Dortmund were up and running. After the break, Augsburg dug deep and created chances of their own. But it was Dortmund who converted theirs. Marco Reus was the provider this time as Aubameyang notched his second goal of the day with an hour gone.
I'm incredibly happy, not just for myself, but for the whole team. It was important we got our season off to a good start.
The former Saint-Etienne striker completed his hat-trick 10 minutes from time to wrap up an outstanding performance. He becomes the Bundesliga's first Gabonese player. The unsettled Robert Lewandowski meanwhile salvaged a poor game with a late goal. After a foul on substitute Jonas Hoffmann, the Pole made it 4-0 from the penalty spot to secure Dortmund's first 3 points of the season.
From sports, and before we go, a reminder of our headlines. Residents of Talindin neighborhood have garnered efforts to stave off the effects of rain-induced floods, which often affect the area. Millions of Malian voters have returned to the polls to elect a new president after the first round of vote failed to produce an outright winner. And Iraqis have welcomed the end of the Ramadan with a wave of deadly bombings, which left at least 60 people dead and 100 others with injuries. That brings us to the end of the news. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned to Grts and enjoy the rest of our programs.
Mr. Sharp.